So here's the most beautiful sight to see in the garden today. Where the bees are busy, you know it's going to be good. What these are, and you can see if I start with a young one, are good old familiar broccoli. And if you don't pick and eat the broccoli soon enough, they actually explode. It's called going to seed or going to flower. But they actually explode into these beautiful yellow bouquets of flowers. And that's right, these are broccolis that have gone to flower, and they make a whole bouquet. See how that is on a stem? You could pick this and have it at your wedding. A big bouquet, and there's still broccoli bits to be seen if you look close between the yellow flowers, and you can still actually even eat them, but this is just so neat to look at. I've been standing here mesmerized by the flowers and the bees for some time, and I thought I better go grab the camera and show everyone just how neat this is. Most people have not seen broccoli go to beautiful flower as this has. And I can't resist but to show you these strawberries. It's starting to get hot here. And though it may not look like much at first, when you look close, there's all sorts of red berries popping up and ripening to get sweet. And they are really good. Favorite summertime fruit. So here we've got the miner's lettuce. I'm just kind of crouching in here so that you can see it as close as possible. But apparently in the day the miners actually would go pick this and around in the forest. This was about like the only green vegetable they got in their diet. I love this stuff. They look like little tiny lily pads. And they're almost like mâché, but a little bit more of the oxalic acid, like spinach. And here's a favorite that everyone should recognize. Broccoli. But this broccoli is not like any broccoli you've ever had. It's sweet and tender and good with nothing on it, raw. We've been harvesting it all because we're about to take this bed out, and it's been like wonderful eating so much broccoli. Now this stuff is really impressive. I don't know if you can see how big and tall this spinach is in the camera, but it's like nothing you'll ever see at the store. It's so succulent and the flavor's so delicious. And I mean, these leaves are monsters. But it's funny, they taste even more sweet and more tender than the baby spinach that you get in the store. This stuff, it's my favorite. I kind of want to show you the peas, because when you have peas growing in your garden, the sweet sugar snaps and the crispy snow peas, you could just be satisfied forever. You don't need anything else to eat. Unfortunately, I've been eating a lot of these, but because they're so scrumptious. But I have a few left I can show you. And every time you pick these, it encourages the plant to make more, so we're planning on having another big pea season as soon as the new ones grow. Check them out. And here is the daily routine of watering all our tree-collared babies. We have so many, it's like a tree-collared baby patch. So if anyone lives nearby and wants one, they're multiplying like rabbits. Some of them we do from tip cuttings, and some of them we do from actually taking a whole branch and sticking it right down in the soil. Every day I water both greenhouses as well as all of the things that are in pots so they're not on the dripper system. So I'm filling these 2 pails of water to take back to the secret location of our banana plant. and the hose won't reach to where it's planted, so I give it 2 buckets of water every other day, and I'll show you what it looks like, how it's growing back there in 1 second. Alright, so this is the secret banana plant location. You just have to open this little hinge, go in here. Don't be afraid, that's just biodiesel fuel from Community Market. And behind it is the banana plant, and these actually eventually make bananas, and they're all covered, so they have a nice place to live. And this is pretty much the only plant that lives back here. Now I'm going to dump it some water. Right down on the roots. Just tip this over and soak those babies. And one more time. Grab this guy. Get some arm muscle working. And normally I'd do this with 2 hands, so I wouldn't be quite as sloppy about it. There you go. Let's see how those turn out. So I water everything in the big greenhouse. The peppers, the babako tree, all the little leafy transplants, sweetie tomatoes, collard babies, and a whole bunch of other tropical stuff. You just give it a good soaking. Get it thoroughly wet every night. There's the aloe going crazy down there. It's good for skin burns. Here's a big collard that totally tipped over. It's U-shaped, and I put lots of water in there because it's just coming out of a big wine barrel. Some other random guys. Give everything. Even if I don't know what it is, if it's growing and it's still alive and it's in a pot, that means it's not getting a dripper system going to it. Then I water it. Nothing is going to die of being underwatered when I'm in charge. Here's the little greenhouse when we get in there. There's lamb's quarters, there's tomatillos, there's other tomatoes, there's borage and dandelion. Again, we want to thoroughly soak everything, like it's raining. This is my horseradish baby. Now, I transplanted that a while ago and it looked like it was going to die, and now it's back full force. And these ones are Jerusalem artichoke or sunchoke, and that was just planting the bulbs in pots, and they've grown insanely tall. They're actually leaving the garden over the fence at this point. Wow. And the avocado tree, that's braced up by these wood planks. It's never made an avocado, but gotta love it anyway. And back here are the starts of some Asian pears coming up. And they aren't usually ready till fall, but it's neat to see them already growing. And we have figs. They're not ripe either. But the weather's been really cool this year, so I don't know what's going to happen. And then this is our persimmon tree. And the persimmons are already growing on there too, and they're usually a winter fruit. As you've seen in other videos, the loquat tree is producing lots of yummy deep yellow loquats, but even more exciting to me is this apricot tree next to it. Those orange fruits are big, juicy apricots, and those are my favorite fruit. They're really high in beta-carotene, but it's really just the taste that I love. Can't wait to pick one.